Meet me in the park at 3:30. But one thing you have to understand, if you're no good for me, I'll have to.
Time stop. That's him, Holly. What do you think? Huh? What do you think? So I've arranged a date. Yes, through Grindr again. Where else? Where else? Where else can you go? I live quite remote here in the country. I don't think I'm going to come across somebody here who's the kind of guy I'm looking for anyway, put it that way. That's never going to happen around here, so yeah, Grindr it is. And then most of the guys I meet are from Brisbane, which is town, so that's about 20 minutes drive from here. So that's fine, I don't mind, because if it all goes wrong, if it all goes pear-shaped, then then they won't find me, because I just drive off into the country, away from the maddening crowd. So I'm meeting this guy today. College's River. Why are you shaking? Huh? Why are you shaking, Bubba? It's probably because it's winter here in Australia, it's a bit cold. He wants to meet in College's Crossing, which is the river down the road. Okay. Oh, shit. I don't know what this will be like. I tend to go on a date once every week or so. I try not to do it too often because the novelty wears thin and you don't have much to say to people, do you? You know, even though I have a good conversation, I'm taking a couple of months out because I've recently written a book, and I'm just going to see how it goes. The last book I did reasonably well, it was lucrative, and I'm getting some royalties from it, so I'm able just to take a few months out now, and the book's going to be about all my encounters and escapades since Freddie left me. The problem is always what I'm going to wear. I never know what I'm going to wear. So that's, yeah, I just don't know how to come across. You know, I mean, for example, if this is just going to end up becoming like a wham bam thank you man roll in the hay, then I would like to put something on that's not designer like this. My Ben Sherman. I just like to put any old shit on. Pants, yeah, I mean, you know, usually I'll just put on whatever comes to whatever's clean. A bit of stubble today. I'll just shave that off, and then I've got a little rash there. So, all depending on how it's going to go. Because as I said, I like to consider each new venture as a potential partner, as a potential, you know, soulmate, significant other. But look at the little duckies over there. They've got some babies with them. They've got like 8 ducklings. I haven't seen them in a long time though, but they've been partnered for life, they have. You see, that's all I ever want, that's all I ever ask for, is just, you know, someone to love. Yeah, that's all I ever want, someone to love, someone to share your ducklings with. And I told you before that I get a bit of anxiety, but I guess it is more excitement than it is anxiety. No, now I'm on to pastures new, I think, after 2 years, and I just get excited every time I go and meet them now, but like sometimes I need to take a dump before I meet them and the toilet's there. I don't know why I keep on doing this. I keep on arranging these dates, encounters in the daytime from a nicotine gun. Although I could really do with a cigarette now. I keep arranging them in the daytime, and because there's something about nighttime that I think gives off the wrong vibe. I know it's stupid, but I'll arrange to meet them in the night time on a second date, you know, because then we can do something like dinner. The first date, the first meeting when I meet these guys from Grindr, I just want to have a little chat, you know, just like an hour's chat, have a coffee or something. But this guy was a complete knob jockey. Honestly, he kept calling me dude, dude. I mean, I love Australians. I think they're very handsome, most of them. And quite manly as well, which is what I like. I don't like camp, really. But this guy, really, He didn't have 2 brain cells to rub together. Failure. Never mind, on to the next one.
Meet me in the park at 3:30. One thing you have to understand, if you're no good for me, I'll have to.
Why did he have to say that? That just makes it so crass. Oh, I don't think any of these have got half a brain cell to rub between them. You've got shit in your eye, Holly. What do I do? Do I still follow it up? Guess I haven't got any choice. He's quite cute, isn't he? Huh? Alright, so this guy, Matthew, he's a banker. Don't know what that means, but in England we usually use that as a euphemism for wanker. But he's really cute and he's got a nice bod as well. But some of the things he's saying on here just so like tacky and crass. So I'm not sure whether the conversation's going to hold up much, but I'm not, just for the record, I'm not just looking for casual sex or a one night stand or anything. It's just that 9 times out of 10 they end up that way, or they end up with neither one of us pursuing anything, as you can see. So far I am actually looking for a relationship. I haven't been in one now for 2 years since Freddie left me, but yeah, I am kind of looking for someone. Yes, I am. Sometimes you just think, oh, sod it, wham bam, thank you man, but no, that's not ultimately what I'm looking for. So yeah, I'm going to meet this banker. It's winter and it's a bit cold. I like to make myself all nice and fresh and clean, even if something doesn't happen. So I'm going to meet this guy in the park with the dogs. I've got to take the dogs for a walk anyway, but I'm taking the dogs there as like my get out clause, in case I don't want to be around them. I'll just say that, oh my god, one of my dogs has got the shits. So I'm going to give Time, the boy dog, because he gets the shits very quickly, I'm going to give him some of yesterday's dinner. It's not cruel because he gets to have a good poo out of it, because sometimes he gets a bit constipated. And so just in case the date goes really badly, then I can just use him as an excuse. Hopefully he'll poo on cue. I don't get nervous before dates. I just get, you know, a bit of anxiety, but excitement as well, because you never know, each time could be, you know, could be the one that I'm looking for. And I am looking for the one. I think I am now after. But as I say, you know, expectations are, I'm trying to keep them on an even balance. I don't want to, you know, over exert myself with expectations. We'll just see how it goes, because you just never know in this day and age what happens. And sometimes you do have to play that game that most men play. So this banker's got quite a nice body, really quite well built. But usually I find when that happens that they don't really have much going on in the brain department. I don't like to meet in bars or restaurants or clubs because you just can't hear what the other person's saying. And as I said before, I like to meet in the daytime so that no expectations are made. Although having said that, sometimes, you know, if you know it's going to go nowhere and you are feeling a little bit horny, then we just go over there. See? Over there. Delete, 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 delete. Banker boy was a wanker, it transpired. He would not stop talking about his job and the house he's got, his little flat, his mortgage, his new car that daddy and mummy bought him. Oh my god, he was so dull, so boring. I had to do something to shut him up. But he wasn't exactly small in that department, so I'm really aching right now. We used to have really good conversations. We were a perfect match in every sense of the word. I don't know, I still don't know what I did. He still hasn't told me after 2 years what I did wrong. There's times like this when I think about him a lot because you know, it's just so hard. It's so hard going through the rigmarole of meeting someone new, of finding out all their faults and foibles and all their quirks, their mannerisms and what they like and what they don't like, and then usually what happens is if I just can't take their bullshit, which I find most of the time. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I mean, come on. But at the end of the day, I end up succumbing to my libidinous carnal desires. If anything, just to shut them up. But that's not really how I want to go around conducting myself. On to the next one. Find me another lover.
Meet me in the park at 3:30. But one thing you have to understand, if you're no good for me, I'll have
Daddy's coming to pick you up this afternoon, so you better be all nice and ready. Oh dear. So Danny, he again is from Brisbane, and most of them are, because it's city, you know. Oh, your breath, Holly. Jesus, it smells like a garbage can. Yeah, we're going to meet up later in the city. We're going to go for something to eat and then see The Lion King. They don't have many shows here in Brisbane, but when they do, they bring in all the obvious musicals from England. But The Lion King's alright, because that's a bit more funky, isn't it, than Mary Poppins or Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, which is what they usually bring to town. Danny works in finance. He works for one of the top... Oh, I'm not going to read it out loud, but he works for one of the top lending firms, give people loans, personal loans and things. He keeps sending me pictures of his knob. So that usually only means one thing. I don't get offended. I mean, you know, it's a body, isn't it? Pfft, why should we be offended of what we were naturally born with? But usually 9 times out of 10, you know what that means when they keep on sending you pictures like that. There's only one thing on their mind. Okay, let's get ready. I'm a bit dubious about meeting this financier guy, because I know what they're like. They're usually just full of shit. They have a certain way about them, you know, a bit cocky, which is alright, I guess, but you know, I just don't want to end up feeling really bored and needing a get out clause. But again, you know, shouldn't be presumptuous, I shouldn't preconceive what might not happen. No, treat them mean, keep them keen. Although I don't treat them mean, it's just that if you act a bit more nonchalant and aloof, then 9 times out of 10 they want you, don't they? It's just the way men's brains work. So I've learned very well over the years how to play men's brains, mind games. Sometimes I think it'd be so much easier if I were just straight. Women are far more intuitive and emotionally attached. Finance company, you know. Oh, I don't know what kind of conversation we're going to end up having there, you know. I don't like talking about money. The only time that I like talking about money is when it's landed into my account, and when I don't owe money. That's the only time. So I don't know what kind of conversation we're going to have. I'm usually good at conversing, and I can pick up conversations and, you know, just throw anything into the equation, and the conversation will ensue from nothing. So I shouldn't worry about it so much, I guess. So sometimes if we've met over the park and it's been quite a successful conversation, we will take ourselves here to have a coffee. Go back from whence you came. Gone. Another failed report, I'm afraid. Financier boy. He was interesting, I give him that. But he kept going on about all these weird fantasies and things that he wanted to do to me, and he wasn't at all passive in any way, any form, and I don't like that. I find it boring. I like a bit of versatility, but he just wanted to be dominating. Why do we spend what seems like a lifetime, an eternity, searching for another us? Huh? Why can't we just settle for opposites? Why do we always initially look for what's in us in someone to begin with? I think it's because we're frightened that we're not going to be able to you know, converse with someone who's complete opposite, or to understand, to empathise, to get along, to find funny, whatever. Maybe I was a bit quick to judge. No, it wouldn't have worked out. He wanted to fuck within the first 5 minutes, and that's just... no, again. No. Those days have got... No, that's not what I'm looking for. Ooh, who's that? That is the guy I was speaking to last week, and he's got back. Oh my God, what a bloody package on that!
Meet me in the park at 3:30. But one thing you have to understand, if you're no good for me, I'll have to.
Oh shit. I sent the picture, oh no. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh no, why? I had a moment of brazen courage. Shit. And he kind of looks like Jimmy Mystery from The Guru. He's an Indian guy originally from England, and he lives in Brisbane. His family moved over here when he was young to set up shop. It's nice actually, because you don't see people of many colour around here until you move to Brisbane, and then you do, and it's nice to get that kind of multifarious, diverse vibe. But we've been sending pictures, not rude, just kind of like from the top down and things, and not rude though. But I just sent one that was perhaps a little bit too near the nether regions, and I don't know what he's going to think of that, but we'll soon find out, won't we? I'm just waiting now to see. Oh no. Slap. Oh, but he still wants to meet me. That's alright then. I didn't read that. I have dated black guys in the past, and a few Indian guys, a Pakistani guy in the past. I haven't been with an Indian guy in a long time, but he looks like Jimmy Mystery, and he's got those dreamy green eyes as well. And so I'm not too despondent or disappointed with what I've managed to conjure up from the realms of grinding, or grinder, whatever. But men don't care usually, they're just on to the pastures new, grass is greener. I have myself been, I've fallen victim to this kind of mindset. But you know, you never know, because when you just know when something happens, when you click, you click. Put something in my hair before I go. When you click, you click, and it just happens, doesn't it? Miraculously, magically happens, and then you don't have to think about all these stupid things that we often think about. Something funky, something a little funky like this. Yo, bro, yo.
As I told you before, I don't take my camera with me on dates, but I thought I would take it out today as I'm walking the dogs. I've got custody of them this weekend, just to show you where it all does happen and where we do meet. It's nice. Oh, sweet. My dander, I'm not sure, I haven't measured it recently. He's asking me, Jimmy Mystery, how big is my dander? But it went quite well with Jimmy Mystery looky-likey actually. He's very intelligent, but I thought he would be, having parents who are doctors, and he's doing his postgraduate now. He didn't like me swearing so much, and he thought that me being a writer was a little bit, I mean, he tried to act impressed, but you could tell that deep down he knew it wasn't really a sure thing, and maybe he is, maybe he's looking for someone with a good career as well, someone on his level. I don't know, maybe he looked down on me a little bit, I'm not sure, but or whether he was just being polite to me. But it was a very polite conversation. But now I'm actually kind of psychoanalyzing the recent text message on how big is your dander, and that doesn't seem like someone who is looking for a future, really, is it? Maybe I should keep my options open. Maybe I should move on to the next guy for now, because I don't do anything. I don't have sex except when they're really boring me, and if they're cute. But I won't. I'll hold off having any kind of sex until Jimmy Mystery lookalike calls me again. Oh, his name is Chanel, by the way, so I keep calling him Jimmy Mystery lookalike. But we'll see anyway. But I think I will carry on just grinding for a while anyway, because maybe it all falls through. Never know.
Meet me in the park at 3:30. But one thing you have to understand, if you're no good for me, I'll have to.
Oh my God. He's 23 years old, Holly. What do I do? Am I a cougar? Have I got the potential to be a cougar? Oh no. Look. That's young, isn't it? Huh? Well, I'm not cradle snatcher. I'm not doing anything illegal. He seems really nice. Seems really like full of charisma and conversation, and well, I mean, I know you can't tell through texts, but sometimes they turn out to be the most fruitful and most kind of jovial ones, the ones that have a lot to say in text and don't really care and have to, you know, preconceive what they're writing. I like those kind of guys. Not the ones that sit there for hours trying to think of something cool to say, something that's not going to, you know, make them seem too desperate or too aloof, and they have to, like, be someone they're not. I don't like that. He just seems to do this ad hoc, you know, spontaneously gets back. So, I know. This guy's a law student and he wants to meet. I said we'll meet in the park as usual. I'm not going to change my venue. I think I'm running a bit late. I'm not sure whether it's fashionable for young people to run a bit late, in which case if it is, it doesn't matter then, does it? But I don't know what their morals and principles and standards are like these days, kids that age, 24. I know when you get to my age, you certainly like to be punctual and you freak out if you're going to be late, so that's why I'm going to be late. So I just showered and I just thought I'd put some coconut oil all over me chest. It really does work when you put coconut oil on yourself. It really does make your skin look less haggard and feathered. Also works quite well for bags under the eyes as well, and dark circles and lines, although I need to get back to Botox on. What am I doing? What am I doing? He's 20 years younger than me. I am fooling myself and I'm trying desperately to keep up even now. So what would happen if we were in the relationship 2 years down the line? Huh? I'd have to go for full-on facelifts, chest lift, butt lift, ear lift, Botox, fillers. Oh God, his pictures are quite hot, but I mean really I don't want to be that shallow. It's not just about aesthetics, is it? I mean, what do? Do I kind of dress saggy like the young ones do? Is that how you do it? Do you do it from the front or do you do it from the back? Yeah, just a sag. I mean, I don't know what kind of poses and faces and expressions do you make when you're going on a date with someone who's 20 years your junior. Oh, oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I know a lot about students' grass these days. Yeah. Okay, stop trying to be young. Just be yourself. No saggy. Oh, why is he going to be interested in a 43-year-old? Oh my God, that's 20 years. 20 years younger than me. It went really nicely. It went really well. He's a law student in Brisbane, and we had a lot to say to one another. He loves coffee like I do, so we could speak about different types of coffee. We also like the same films and the same series. Yeah, we have a lot in common. It was really bizarre because I've never really met somebody that I've had so much to say to in the beginning, in the first date, or if it is a date, or the first meeting anyway. And there was me thinking that because he was 20 years younger than me that I was going to be a little bit like a fish out of water. But no, he wants to meet me again, so he keeps sending me pictures now, but not of his knob. He's just sending me pictures of his torso and his smile. He's got a lovely smile. So yeah, not exactly a foul day.
Meet me in the park at 3:30. But one thing you have to understand, if you're no good for me, I'll have to.
Twinkie boy wants pictures of me whilst I'm in bed. I don't know what that means, but he said don't make it filthy. That's not what I'm after, it's just erotic. Erotica is what I'm after. No, I'm not going to put that face on. But maybe not in these pyjama bottoms. He likes me, he does. I know, I can feel that, and it's nice to be going on a second date before anything happens. Because I'm not really, I'm not really expecting anything to happen because you just never know, it could all go pear-shaped at the last minute. But, it's a good sign that he wants to see pictures of me in my pyjamas in erotic positions, I think. Perhaps not with the dogs in, because that kind of dulls the sexual aspect, doesn't it? I have to really compose myself because whenever I feel that something is upon me, relationship, friendship, a job, something special, something that's going to rock my world and change my life, I always fucking ruin it somehow. And so I'm just trying to take a few deep breaths, just a minute to compose myself and to stop all the adrenaline rushing around so that when I do speak to Michael, it will just come naturally and I won't look like some idiot who's trying to keep up with the young ones. Although I probably am a little bit. But yeah, because I don't want to take a Valium, really, because I might become a bit incoherent. So I think this is the best solution. Yeah, you look young. You are young, and I feel young. he just wants to get to know me, which is strange. Just goes to show, isn't it? You shouldn't really sort of make assumptions just because someone's younger than you or whatever, because you know the conversation flowed and we're texting each other and it's all going really well. Just because he's really sweet, and I don't think that it bothers him that I'm old enough to be his dad. I'm not one of those sugar daddy types, though. I'm not going into all that. No way. No, thank you. I'm not a sugar daddy. But it'll be fun. We just have to see where it takes us. No expectations. But I've had more conversations with him than I have most men I've met my age. So, we'll see. He once wanted me with my trousers hanging down. It transpires that he doesn't want sex for a while, so we've only kissed each other. But I think that's quite sweet, that's quite pleasant, because we're not going in like a bull in a china shop, and hence won't get disappointed if we don't like what we find in the china shop. Yeah, I mean it's something new to me, and it sometimes does make you think, is there something wrong with me or what? But that just goes to show that a lot of us do think with our knobs, don't we? Even though I claim that I'm looking for someone, and I am, I really want to, but sometimes you just think, what's wrong with me? This is a second meet, why don't you want to, you know, ravish me in the bushes over there or somewhere? But I wouldn't really want to do that, because I think that the longer you wait, the better it'll be. And you know, it could be, I don't know, the start of something special. He's as I said, he's a law student in Brisbane, but he's looking to move out of his parents. He's had enough of his parents. So he's looking for kind of cheap accommodation in this area. Not bad, is it? Sometimes, you know, you do meet someone that could be a potential, and even if it doesn't end up flourishing and blossoming into that potential, at least, you know, you had a good try on the way, so to speak.
Meet me in the park at 3:30. But one thing you have to understand, if you're no good for me, I'll have to.
Something is telling me no, but something's telling me yes. I wonder what that something is. My head's telling me no, yeah, you get it. He's a truck driver, and he's passing through Brisbane. Grinder. Oh, I don't know. I don't know whether those days have gone or whether or not. I just feel until you find your significant other, there's nothing wrong with it, isn't it? He's a truck driver there, and he's got loads of tattoos like anthrax and kill me, love me, all depending on what mood he's in. Maybe he's bipolar, I don't know. But he's got a beautiful face, like nice goatee beard as well, quite dark, Mediterranean looking. So I don't know what to do. Doggies, what should I do? Is Daddy being a slut? Is he being a brazen whore? Oh, well, sometimes you just got to, haven't you? You just got to get it out of your system. I'm a little bit nervous this time actually, because truck drivers are renowned for being a bit right, you know. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I don't like to be used and abused. I've been scorned enough, I've been scarred enough by that kind of flippant use and abuse behaviour. I was dating some Spaniard, really lovely guy. He left his boyfriend for me, but it was coming to the end of the relationship anyway, so I wasn't a home wrecker. So this was before I met Freddie a few years back, and and we got on really well. We just clicked. We were so compatible that we just kind of developed this relationship very quickly, and we were in that relationship for 2 years. And I think that I probably loved him just as much as I did Freddie, perhaps maybe even more. I definitely fancied him more than Freddie because I like that Hispanic, dark, olive-skinned, sultry look. And I love the Spanish language as well, so whenever he spoke to me in Spanish I just used to dribble my pants with a puddle on the floor sometimes. But he cheated on me. He went back to Madrid and went back to his ex, who he left me for, and since then I've been emotionally scarred. I've been emotionally scarred many times, especially when Freddie's left me. So I don't want to go out now for this truck driver just to be used and abused. I don't mind if it's just a quick wham bam, thank you man, but I don't want to be used and abused. Thank you very much. Lots of shorts, nothing fancy, nothing too gregarious, because I don't think that they like all that overtly camp stuff. Anyway, see how we go. Maybe I should just put on something, you know, lumberjacky or something, laddie, I don't know. And ironically enough, no joke, that's what the coffee shop is called, Grinders. I said I didn't want to stereotype. I didn't want to stereotype, but it happened anyway. He kept pushing me around in the back of his truck, and because I didn't do what he wanted me to do, which was, you know, a bit difficult without lube, I just didn't want to do that there and then. Anything else, I said, anything else, it doesn't matter, anything else, but no. He had to punch me. I left pretty much after that. A moron. Typical fucking closet case who takes it out on those that he picks up. Probably a fucking mass murderer as well. Probably just shagged a mass murderer or some paedophile. No, I don't think he's a paedophile. People always get that wrong, don't they? Most zealot, fanatic, religious people always connect gay people with paedophilia, but really if they did their research properly they'd find that statistics prove it's mainly heterosexuals that are. I need to delete him straight away from Grindr. He keeps on sending me pictures, dirty bastard.